Oscar, it appeared in the first half Mizzou was sending three guys at you every time you touched it. Are you pretty used to that by now? Was that any different than any other game?
I'm used to it, and the coach had a little bit game changing plan for me to catch a little bit ball up there. But the way they're playing was a little bit up. They were just coming, keep coming. That's how it was.
Oscar, can you describe what impressed you about their player Kobe Brown tonight?
Yeah, they shoot the ball really good. I just gotta say for my team, we gotta play smart and we gotta defend. We gotta kill and defense, and I gotta grab my team. We gotta get together and we gotta talk. We gotta figure this out. We got special talents. We just gotta come together as a team. We gotta know when we gotta take a good shot. We gotta know when we gotta slow it down, because it seems like we kind of rushing in many shots, but we're gonna get there.
You think team chemistry is where it needs to be right now?
No. I think we got a lot of work we gotta do, because we are pretty good. We understand the coach had done a great job for us. He just asked, Coach, you gotta go in. He had a great team play. We're gonna play. We were expecting to win. We got killed a lot on 1-1 and 3-point shoot. Me myself, I gotta step up because the big man Kobe was shooting the ball really good. I gotta be on him to make him to sort of drive. So I gotta do better.
There's a big emphasis on toughness and physicality just the last week or two. Does it concern you at all that was kind of wasn't necessarily there tonight?
Tonight, physicality was kind of down a little bit for us, to be honest. We gotta step out. We gotta be stronger. You cannot just let people come in and try to bully us like little kids. We gotta get better.
Kason, you pride yourself on your defense, and yet these teams come in and they shoot so well on you. How would you assess your defensive effort?
Today it was just scout, knowing who the shooters were, and they made a lot of shots. And I mean, some of them we were there, but some people we was helping off of, and they made shots. So I mean, they're a good team. So.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Other than Kobe Brown being a fantastic player, why was he so difficult for you guys to stop?
He was difficult last year for us to stop. And what he's added is now you got to space out on him because he can make threes. And look, Missouri would have beat a whole lot of teams the way they played tonight. And they beat us pretty good. But that first half was just, and we were still in the game, and then you start the half and give up a basket and one, and now you're down 15 when you were down 12 and you had a chance. We got it to 8 or 9, and then we go turnover, it's 8-0 run. What? Those aren't my team. So I got to go back and really figure out, some of it's personnel. I think we got good players, but some guys aren't playing great. I mean, CJ being out hurt us, but it gave Adu a chance, and Adu did pretty good. But look, you got to give them credit. That was what they did to us. I look and some of the stuff wasn't bad. But 14 turnovers, and all of them at critical times. But they're good when they shoot the ball the way they shot it. And again, we missed free throws again, and I'm trying everything from mental to, shoot 100 to we're shooting one-on-ones. If you miss, we run. I'm trying to do a lot of stuff, but I don't want to make it that big an issue. But it is when you get the game to where it was. If we had made some free throws, now it may be 4 or 5, and it's a little different feel to it. But I give them credit. they deserved to win the game, and they deserved because of how they played.
A couple of those, John, where Missouri had gone to a zone, and after you cut it to 8, I think it was 9, I think, and then they went to zone and come down and get 2 threes right in a row. Just reacting to that.
Yeah, we ended up playing it a little different. You know, I was trying to do some lob stuff, and they muscled a guy off, and we weren't able to get it. But we ended up saying we're going with our 2 bigs. You're spread out, and that's what we did. But we had a turnover. We got it in the middle where we wanted it, and the guy bounces it out. Boom, they make it 3. I got to call timeout. They come back, and but I thought when we settled in, we were fine against the zone. I thought we were played too wide at the top, but
John, you've dealt with difficult lineup challenges before, and you've been successful. What is it about this team that makes it so challenging?
well, we're different because we got Oscar. You could say, well, let's just come down and have everybody out on the floor. You have Oscar. So you got to play a little different. The issue becomes if they don't play a couple of the guys on the floor, now Oscar's got 3 guys around him. That's an issue for us. So we've got to figure out some of it. I told him at halftime, come down and throw him the ball. And we still, I thought some of them, what happens, he's open. It's a dogfight in there. So if you go like this and then try to pass it to him, that guy's fighting to get around. He's fighting to keep him behind. There were opportunities to throw it in and do that. But again, you know, we had like 5 wide open shots and didn't make them. That takes the wind out of your sails. And you don't have to make them all, but how about go 1 for 5 or 2 for 5? But we'll see. Look, I haven't lost any faith. I've been through tough stuff, and I knew this would be a hard game, but I thought we would play better. I knew they would play better because they just beat Illinois, and they're making shots, and they're being aggressive and doing some good stuff. But I liked the fact that they were going to spread the court on us because I thought we could run downhill and get threes, and we did, and we missed them all. I thought this was the game we wanted to play. But they did a good job in the end. They ground it out like my teams do. I mean, you get that lead, and now we're going to grind it. We're going to shoot late in the clock, get a back door, make a tough 3. They were good today. I give all the credit to Missouri.
John, Oscar said the physicality maybe wasn't where he thought it needed to be tonight from your team. Did you see a difference in that between the 2 teams or not?
Well, they have played physical most of the year. They're going to bump and grind. They're older. We had a couple guys that when the game got physical, they couldn't be in there. And so that's what I did was, okay, who'll fight, who's going to battle, and that's who I put in. Now you're giving up some offense, you're giving up some stuff, but like I said, we're a work in progress. I said it a while ago, it's going to take some time. Oscar being out, he did some better stuff today, but he's still not where he was a year ago. He had knee surgery. He was out 4 weeks. So, but again, we go from the foul line 15 for 24.
I know it's tough. I know it's tough after a loss, but in the early stages, what's impressed you about what Dennis Gates has done with this program so far?
What's that?
I know it's tough after a loss, but in the early stages of his time here, what's impressed you about Dennis Gates and what he's been able to do?
He's done a great job. What he's done is he's put in a formula that this team, this is how they will succeed the way they're playing. We need to steal some baskets. So we're going to fly it ahead. In the first half, they got 10 transition baskets on us, or 10 points. We had our share too, but that's one of the things he's doing. And then they're being aggressive with the press and cutting into your time in the half court. And he's okay if you're getting shots off. So, if someone makes them, they'll probably play different. The zone, We knew and we had worked, because he has done it most games, where at some point he just, all right, we're going zone and we're playing it. And, that the one turn, but Lance fought like heck. I mean, like I said, I still like the group. I like the locker room. We're a work in progress, and there's things we gotta do that we're not doing. But I grabbed a couple guys after by themselves with me. You okay? And, I love you. You got to play better. So, but losing stinks. Can't stand it. But we got to step up to the plate and maybe play less people. Damian is the next guy that gets his opportunity now. Let Damian get in there and play and do his thing, and we'll see.
You have an update on CJ?
I did not see him, but the trainer told me at halftime he's out for the game, and I think the kid told me he did something to it. He dislocated it. Okay. Thanks, folks. Happy New Year.
First quarter's over.
Coach Gates is going to start with an opening statement before moving on to questions.
Outstanding atmosphere tonight. I want to applaud our students who came back. I want to applaud our family, friends, loved ones. I want to applaud the entire Columbia community. The atmosphere was great, both ends of the court. Whichever play we made positive, I thought we were very, very balanced in terms of the crowd noise, celebrating the small things that we were able to accomplish. So I appreciate that. Kentucky's a great basketball program traditionally. My mentor, Leonard Hamilton, longtime assistant, associate head coach under Joe B. Hall. He shared so many stories with me during my time under his tutelage. Just conversations, right, of how special of a place Kentucky is, but more importantly, a program, the tradition. So ultimately, when I took Desiree Reed Francois' call, I thought about the parallel of tradition. Mizzou has tradition, and I thought about that. I thought about how special of a fan base we have. And I was only comparing it in rationale to what Leonard Hamilton had told me about Kentucky. Now, I knew good and well Kentucky was never going to call me. I knew that. So I had to understand, who else has passion. And the passion that Mizzou fans have of the logo and the institution is a special thing. And now, obviously, as the Whitten family head men's basketball coach, I'm thrilled to be in this position. As it relates to our team, I'm thankful for what they give each and every day, the level of unselfishness, but more importantly, the 8 core values that they carry with them every step of the way. Friendship, love, accountability, trust, discipline, unselfishness, enthusiasm, and toughness. They carry it with them in every place, every corner. Whether it's dark times or special times, they carry it with them. And I just hope as a head coach, 20 years down the road, they can take whatever I teach, whatever this city teaches them, whatever our program teaches them, and carry it into the real world, into their personal lives as they become fathers, husbands, and unbelievable citizens. But about the game, thought our guys played okay.
Questions for coach and players?
Dennis, last time we were here, it was a much different outcome. But you were very.
You said when?
So last time we were here, there was a much different outcome last time you guys were here, but you were pretty confident in your guys' response. I wonder if you could date back to then and what gave you such confidence that even after, your only loss of the season, your guys would bounce back the way that they have since.
The last time we spoke, I think I talked about lessons and what we could learn from that environment, what we can learn and take with us. It's only a loss if you allow things afterward to not be corrected. It's only a loss if you don't learn from the situation. I thought we had a great atmosphere. Again, our fans did a wonderful job. We just didn't give them enough. And I thought we could see a gap-free game tonight where guys were able to get lost in a fight. I thought they didn't care what the scoreboard read. They didn't care the moment. Kentucky had some runs. They did a great job, but I don't think our guys blinked one bit, and they stayed connected with each other, and that's the most important thing.
Kobe, if you could touch on that too, what's allowed you guys to play that way?
What's your name?
Sam.
Sam?
Yeah.
Good to see you, Sam.
So what's allowed us to play?
Yeah, the way that Dennis your coach just described. What's allowed you to play that way?
Just being together, staying connected. We just, like I always say, a bunch of guys that love each other and just like to play basketball. So whenever you have that in a program, it's like it's big time. It makes things easier.
Kobe, when you woke up this morning, if you will, did you sense this was a day of an opportunity to win at home against a ranked opponent? Can you kind of put that into words? Because clearly it seemed like you played that way.
Most definitely. Whenever we have a ranked opponent or any opponent, especially at the home crowd, with a crowd like that coming out, it was packed. So we always want to do what we can to make the Mizzou fans happy. We feed off their energy. We love when they come here. So it was a good thing.
And clearly you've improved your shooting over the years, and you seem unafraid to shoot a big shot at big time. How did you get so good at shooting, if you will? Was it just you, or were you with coaches at midnight, if you will? Or
I think it's a mixture of all. I feel like I've always been a pretty good shooter. I just haven't showed it in recent years. So I just have a lot more confidence now with the support I have behind me. So it's kind of hard to miss shots when you have a great support system behind you that wants you to shoot the ball.
Dennis and Kobe, just how big was Sean?
Let me say something real quick based off that. Our biggest opponent is ourselves, and our guys know that. We don't focus on, the other team as much. We have to continue to move forward. So I just wanted to kind of add to what you were saying, and these guys know that. They know we respect everybody that we play, but the most important opponent is the person we see in the mirror when we wake up every morning. That's the most important opponent.
Just how big was Sean off the bench when you were in a little bit of a
Sean was a beast. Sean gives me so much grace, and you got to have that. And I'm saying this because he scored 7-8 straight points. I couldn't find a gap to put him in the second half, but he coached his behind off, and he gave me suggestions, and he's patient with me. And when you have guys like that who are gratified by the success of the team over the success of the individual selves, it's outstanding, and it's a part of his character. So for him to be able to be patient with his head coach by scoring 7-8 straight points, whatever it was, right? And then defensively giving us what we needed, and not finding that same minute distribution in the second half because Dre Golston got going in the second half versus the first half. That's what I love these guys most about, because it's about us, not I. So, but he played well.
Sean, that not backing down from any fight, like Coach is talking about, whether it's Demoy going 1-on-3 or Aiden kind of going toe-to-toe and tying up Oscar for 10 seconds. Is that something that you guys have learned, or is that some guys on this team just have?
We all have it. We're all pretty much dogs, and we grind every day. We've been here for about 6 months, you know, in the gym, in the sand, on football fields. Like, it's just in us, and it's been built in us since we got here. So, I mean, showing up today, I mean, we just been playing our hearts out and getting lost in the fight.
Sean and Kobe, I'm curious, you know, with that moment with Aiden and to what you said, Sean, you know, what did that mean to see him kind of, you know, refuse to back down and be unafraid to go up against a guy like that and, you know, show no fear?
We expect it from him. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but we don't want him to back down. I mean, even though he's a freshman or, you know, he's just out there, he's just as strong, just as athletic, any of the guys out there. We had his back, and we glad he's doing that.
Hey, Sean, it's sometimes awkward to ask one player about another player when the other player's just sitting right there. But can you tell me what impresses you about your teammate Kobe Brown?
Everything.
If I may follow up, can you give some specifics?
Just, you know, he's patient. We got to tell him to do it. I mean, even in the game tonight, he should have had 50. He was passing the ball still, but he's patient and takes what the defense gives him, catch and shoot threes, drives, you know, still trying to find his teammates when he should go score it. So, I mean, we just love that he's unselfish and, you know, just plays the game the right way.
Kobe and Sean, you know, Coach has mentioned how important it was to get better during this winter break. I'm curious what went into that for you guys and what's been the difference these last couple
Don't
of
give them the secrets.
Yeah,
Don't give them the secrets.
Just a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of work. I can't tell you what exactly we did, but just a lot of work went into it. And, I mean, that's for him to tell.
We have our sports psychologist, Dr. Joe Carr, sitting right there, and we do a lot of team building. And he's been in my life since I was 18 years old. And again, I'll tell the same story that I've told before. I said at 18, when I become a head coach, I want you to work with my team. And before I even called my wife and said I had the Cleveland State job, I called Doc Carr. He cleared his schedule, no matter what was on that schedule. The same thing applies once I found out I was the Witten family head men's basketball coach here. I called Dr. Carr, didn't really tell my wife yet. Doc, what's your schedule? He cleared his schedule, and he's been with us every step of the way. Obviously, the summer months of building that camaraderie and that chemistry all the way through the summers and obviously this fall. So I thank him. Doc, thank you for being in my life. I love you. But it's about the guys buying in, their families, their friends, their loved ones, allowing a stranger to impact their life in a short period of time, but also their trust to be able to break down the barriers, the walls that exist between the differences of people coming from different walks of life. That's what it's about. That's the special thing that you see. You see the bond of not just these two, but how our entire team is connected with each other. You see the respect that they have for the leadership. You see the respect that they have for the titles that I've given them over the summer. You see the respect that they have with the staff as well. You see their respect level with managers. They see it every single day, and we just try to continue to get better and move the needle one step at a time.
Kobe, you talked a lot.
I'm sorry.
Kobe, you talked a lot in the preseason about getting in better shape and the difference that made. I mean, I think you played all but about 6 minutes in the last 2 games. How important has that conditioning been for you?
Huge, definitely huge. You know, just working. I come in and I work with Coach Sean Kennedy. You know, on off days I try to run the treadmill, just do something. Every now and then, you know, unless I'm like really sore or something. But other than that, no, I try to like when games I don't play a lot, maybe I was in foul trouble, I come in the next day and run a little bit. So, you know, I'm just trying to stay in shape and get in better shape as the season goes.
Coach, Nick and Demoy both played over 30 minutes without a turnover tonight. How difficult is that in that atmosphere and that intensity to be able to take care of the ball to that degree?
I don't think it's difficult if it's a habit that has been built over a period of time. These guys know how important that is. They hold each other accountable. It's right along with the question about Aiden Shaw. These guys challenge each other every day. And again, we're responsible for sharpening each and every instinct that we have. And whether it's defensive pressure, I don't expect any team to put more pressure on us than we put on ourselves every single day in practice. I don't expect our guys to not compete at the highest level. I don't care if we practice for an hour, 30 minutes, no matter what drill it is. I want our guys to compete but I also want them to compete in life. I want them to compete in the classroom. I'm excited about the record GPA. What was it, a 3.6 team GPA or something like that? 3.4. I'm sorry, 3.4. I want them to compete. And you hear conversations, you hear Kobe saying, hey, I got a 4.0, what y'all got, right? That is important because those are real reps of competition. It's just not between the lines. So if you can get lost in those real reps of what you stand for, your core values, every single day, no matter if you're on the court or off the court, weight room, classroom, walking down the street, right? You're getting better. And that's what I expect our guys to continue to do.
Coach, you said the team played okay tonight. You know, is there anything that jumps out at you immediately that you want to improve on after this one?
Man, Oscar had 19 rebounds. Naismith Player of the Year, possibly back-to-back, right? But I just think this is a team game, and whenever you have a team looking at it and not being distraught, not pointing fingers, not giving in to what maybe a social media or even newspaper clippings could deliver, I just think guys just need to remain connected. It was okay, and I got to debrief. And when I say okay, I can't, put, the cart before the horse. I have to watch the film to really give you guys an answer and gauge it correctly because it was so much that happened so fast. I'm proud of my staff, our staff. I am proud of our staff, the way they prepare, right? I'm proud of our players, the healthy dialogue that we have and shoot around, walk through film sessions. It's not just a one-way conversation that happens. It's these guys giving their unique perspective, challenging coaches and even myself to think deeper. When you have that type of team and that type of community, you have a community that's learning, a community that's responsible for sharpening each other's instincts. And I appreciate that with our guys. And obviously what they did between the lines, yeah, it was okay because ultimately we won by 14, but I thought we were up by 22, and I thought we gave up some easy baskets, but I'm proud of what we were able to do defensively. I thought during the game we were able to keep Kentucky off balance once we changed from man-to-man press to that zone. And our guys were able, coach, we should just stay and hold and do it. They make suggestions, I just listen. They boss me around, I accept it. So now once I watch film, it's my turn to boss them around and give them my thoughts. They'll get film. I'll probably send them some clips early in the morning or something. But we'll continue to analyze it and dissect it and see what we need to do better.
Time for one more question.
Dennis, when were you challenged most today?
What's that?
When were you challenged most today?
When were we challenged? We were challenged when we woke up and we saw the reflection in the mirror and the individual goals that we all have, making sure that we're able to merge them with the team's success. I think ultimately that's the managing part, but also I want to be candid with these guys, and we talk about it, we discuss it. It's not always smooth to put your individual goals to the left or right and focus on the team goals. That's not easy when you have family, friends, loved ones who want to just really see you succeed. Sometimes that takes toughness to tell mom, dad, cousin, AAU coach, look, we got it. We're okay. Or no, you're incorrect. The toughest game to play in any college season is coming from Christmas break when you get back to your families. And now you hear how bad your head coach is from your uncle or cousins, or why you're not playing. So we meet those things head on, and we have real dialogue and real conversations. So I don't know if I'm answering your question, but I'm answering it the best of my ability as it relates to the team. That's the biggest struggle every day. Waking up, the reflection that they see in the mirror, and now I have to galvanize and push them back together.
All right, thanks, guys.
MIZ.